so excited. I told you they were famous.
Well, great. The last time they did a great job, so I'm excited to see what they do this time for their video.
Right. Okay, I think we're ready.
Okay.
All right, boys and girls, we have been talking about cause and effect. And someone raise your hand and in your own words, tell us what that means to you as a reader. Hannah, what does that mean to you?
Well, cause and effect is like, it's basically telling you the problem and why the problem happened.
Exactly. It's very much related to our problem and our solution in our story. Kira, do you have something to add?
Cause and effect is what's gonna happen, and what could happen in the story that might cause different things to happen. Like weather, you can never tell, but if it happens, it affects other people and other plants, and it affects.
Exactly. For example, boys and girls, when we read our story, Rainflowers, yesterday, and who remembers one of the effects of the thunderstorm? Because remember, we had multiple effects. So we had one cause, which was our thunderstorm on the farm, and then it caused all of these things to happen. Ella, what was one of our effects of that thunderstorm?
All the animals hid in different places.
All of the animals went and hid in different places. Sabi, what was another one?
After that, the rain stopped and everybody was able to come out again.
Yes, that was an effect too. At the end of the storm, all of the animals came out of their hiding places. What else?
When the rain started to come, the horses fled.
Exactly. Remember, we talked about them galloping away. And Amelia understands that because when the storm comes, horses get very, very frightened. That is something they really don't like, and it can spook them. And so it talked about those horses galloping off. So the thunderstorm was going to be the cause, but the horses galloping away as fast as they could was the effect. Okay? All right. Hands down. Great job. You all remembered a lot of examples yesterday. Well, boys and girls, today we're still talking about cause and effect. And we know that what genre do we mainly find this type of structure in? Zach?
Fiction.
It's in fiction text mainly. That's exactly right. We can find it in nonfiction, but we're not going to really talk about that this year. We're going to talk about it when we find it in fiction text. And boys and girls, today I have a wonderful, wonderful book that I'm going to share with you. And you are going to have a job as a reader today. So listen closely. Alex, are you listening? When you hear a cause in the story, that means the why it happened, okay, the why in the story, you're going to give me a single thumbs up. Practice that right now. A single thumbs up. One thumbs up. One thumbs up, Quentin. Quentin, just one hand, okay? All right, thumbs down. When you hear an effect in the story, the effect is what happened, okay? Like the little girl having to grab her rain gear and her umbrella because the thunderstorm came. When you hear an effect, this is when you give me a double thumbs up. Let's practice that. Double thumbs up. Okay. What are you going to do when you hear a cause? Show me in the air. What are you going to do? A single thumbs up. All right, thumbs down. What are you going to do when you hear an effect? Double thumbs up. Got it? All right, hands are down, and here we go. We are going to enjoy a story today called Dog Breath. Oh my goodness. If you have a dog, you can relate to this, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes our dogs have problems with this, right?
Brush their teeth.
And this is what it says. It says, the horrible trouble with halitosis. What is halitosis? Have you ever heard that scientific word before?
No.
Kira, what is it?
It's when somebody has like really bad breath.
Did you know that it's actually considered a disease? If you talk to a dentist or an orthodontist, they would tell you that now halitosis is unofficial disorder or disease. Can you imagine?
No.
It happens. So it's like a chronic bad breath, like we just can't get rid of it. Well, dogs often face this little problem. So we're going to find out what happens in dog breath. And remember, we are being detectives for cause and effects. All right, here we go. Dog breath. The horrible trouble with halitosis. There once was a dog. Halitosis family. Halitosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem.
Oh, yes, red blood.
Halitosis had horrible breath. Oh, do you spot anything? Whenever halitosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened.
The lady.
Our illustrations are showing us many what? What are our illustrations showing us?
That he had stinky.
What are we going to do when we see effects? Double thumbs up, because we've got some effects here. It looks like the poor goldfish is having trouble. Even the Mona Lisa painting, she's holding her nose. Oh my goodness. The leaves are falling off the trees. So boys and girls, right now we have a cause. Who can raise their hand and tell us what the cause is? Kate?
The dog's breath.
The dog's breath, the bad breath. And we have many effects already that we can see. Let's see what else happens. When the children took halitosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the other side of the street. What are we hearing? Double thumbs up because we're hearing some effects. Even skunks avoided halitosis. Oh my goodness, if a skunk is avoiding halitosis, that's a big problem, right?
Oh, they're stinky.
But the real trouble started one day when Grandma Tosis stopped by for a cup of tea. And Hallie jumped up to say hello.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, we've got another cause and another effect, don't we? Thank you if your pencils are put away and you're being a good listener. Mr. and Mrs. Tosis were not amused. Something has to be done about that smelly dog, they said. The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis decided to find a new home for Hallie. The children knew that the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Halitosis to the top of the mountain, and that had a breathtaking view. I wonder what's going to happen next. Maybe thinking. They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away. Get it? Breathtaking view. But it didn't.
Look at the sun.
The sunset, the poor sun is even having to hold its nose. Next, the children took Halitosis to a very exciting movie. They hoped that all the excitement would leave Hallie breathless. Breathless? What does that mean? Not having a lot of breath, right? Hoping to take the breath away. But it didn't. Finally, the children took Halitosis to a carnival. They hoped that Hallie would lose her breath on a speedy roller coaster.
Look at the movie on the two movies. The movie stars.
The movie stars. They're even holding their nose. Yes.
I can't see the picture.
Let's see what happens on the roller coaster. Uh-oh. The poor people behind Halitosis. Here is another effect, right? Another effect. A double thumbs up for this one. Wow. But that idea change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now, only a miracle could save Halitosis. Sadly, the three friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, two sneaky burglars crept into the Toast's house. They were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms, and suddenly they came upon Halitosis. Yikes, whispered one burglar. It's a big, mean, scary dog. Don't be silly, whispered the other burglar. That's only a cute little fuzzy puppy.
Oh no.
Oh,
Puppy.
What do you think's gonna happen? The two burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. The dog couldn't hurt a fly. Come here, Poochie Poochie. So Halitosis came over and gave the burglars a nice, big, slurpy kiss. Oh no! I wonder what's going to happen next. The next morning, the Toast's family awoke to find two burglars passed out cold on the living room floor. It was a miracle.
God did that.
Saved the family, right?
No, Halitosis.
The Toast's family got a big reward for turning in the crooks. And soon, Halitosis was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Toast's changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all, as they're all holding their noses.
What are burglars? What are burglars?
Well,
robbers.
Bad guys. Someone
like
who's
robbers.
trying to get in your house and take something that doesn't belong to them.
Alex.
Here's our ending. Because life without halitosis just wouldn't make any sense. Get it?
What? Oh.
Your senses get it? All right. Our book was filled with lots of what?
Cause and effect.
Well, we had how many causes?
2, 3, 1.
Let's think about our cause, though. What is our big main cause?
The dog breath.
The halitosis, right? The bad dog breath. But because of that, we had many, many effects. So today, what you're going to work on is you're going to create your very own T-chart. And we have an organizer that looks like this. And when we look at our T-chart, on the cause side, Quentin, we're going to write down the cause, which we just talked about. So in your own words, you're going to write down the cause. Now, our book had many, many effects. In fact, I've counted more than 5 in our book. But here's what you're going to do. On the effect side of your graphic organizer, you're going to choose 3 effects that were your most favorite. 1 cause, but how many effects? 3. You're going to have 3 effects in the effect column. All right?
How many causes?
1 cause to 3 effects. And when you are finished with your T-chart, you're going to turn your organizer onto the back, and I want you to draw your very favorite scene from our story of dog breath. That's going to be a hard choice because there are many, many great scenes in this book. Okay? So let's review of what your job is today as a reader. You're going to work on your graphic organizer. In your own words, you're going to write down the cause that was found in our story. And then you're going to write down 3 effects that came from the story. Now, boys and girls, remember there were a lot more than 3, so you shouldn't have any trouble writing down the 3 of your favorites. And then on the back, you're going to draw your very favorite scene of your story. Thumbs up if you understand. Excellent. All right, my material manager, if you will come and pass out our graphic organizers. As soon as you get your paper, I want you to give me your autograph at the top.
the verb.
I love the way Kiera is getting her autograph on her paper, and she's already getting started. In fact, this entire team is ready to go. Way to go, way to go. Yes, please just write your autograph at the top on one of the black lines that you see at the top of the graphic organizer.
Look for on the cover because I really like it.
Yes, if that's one of your favorite pictures, you can draw that. In a few minutes, I'll put the book up there so you can see it. Thank you, Ella. Let's get our cause and effects written down first, and then we'll do our illustrating.
What do you do if you finish? I'll put the dog bird.
Okay, so that's the cause. Now you need to come up with 3 different effects that happen because of the dog breath. What did the bad breath cause? Okay, so let's write that down. That'll be our first effect. Good job, Kate. Boys and girls, as I'm walking around and I'm looking at your causes, here's what I want you to check. Did you start your sentence with a capital letter?
Oh no.
And do you have an end mark at the end of your sentence? Because we do want to write complete, thoughtful sentences today.
I think we should
Good job, Kiera. There was more than one, so you may add that.
So my
Yes.
no one.
And then you had it right, so go ahead and write my name. And you need to go back and start with capital letters. Put your sweatshirt away and come and see me. Quentin, back to your seat, buddy. It's time to get started.
Are you counting off for spelling?
Do your very, very best on spelling, but I am counting off for capitals and punctuation. Let's be sure how we're going to start our sentence.
Suddenly, what type of disease did that dog have? Halitosis.
Okay.